this is going to be tight. This is going to be tighter than Taylor's pants over there.
Man, shout out Jaywalkers, the stretchiest pants ever. Look at this. Look at this. Come on.
And still room.
He painted those things on.
He doesn't really stand a chance, in my opinion. I think this is not somebody who would even be a gatekeeper. This is just someone who they're throwing out there in the ring to just get beat up. Welcome to the Denver Sports Betting Show UFC edition. This segment is brought to you by Assured Roofing. Right now with Assured Roofing, score $2,000 off your next roofing project. Whether it's hail damage or just time for an upgrade, Assured Roofing has your back, just like we got yours when it comes to the bets. Quality work, local experts, and right now $2,000 off your next roofing project. So while you're out there betting smart, call Assured Roofing and get your roof looked at. Be sure to use promo code Denver Sports to get that promotion. As always, I got my fight squad here. Taylor, Ryan, and Agan filling in. Boys, we got fights to talk about this week. UFC Perth. We were just talking about it. None of us have been to Perth, Australia. Shocker. But we got fights to talk about. I mean, we should just kind of start right at the bottom. We're starting with a Denver boy, someone who has been to Perth, Neil Magny, taking on Jake Matthews. Neil Magny, a big underdog, plus 300. Jake Matthews, the big favorite, 380. Who gets this one done?
Yeah, so Jake Matthews is the biggest favorite on the card, and unfortunately for the Denver boy, Neil here, I think Jake does get this one done. But Neil's not a sleeper. He's proven us wrong before.
He has. Who you got in this one, Ryan?
Go Matthews, too.
Okay. Agan, talk to me.
I'm going Matthews as well.
Okay, so 3 Matthews. I got to go with Matthews as well. Very sad for Neil Magny, who is an absolute legend. I mean, top 5 in strikes, top 5 in ring time. Unfortunately, Jake Matthews, I think this one, they kind of set it up for Jake Matthews to get it done. How can we like Matthews in this one?
Yeah, what you're saying about Neil is right? 35 fights in the UFC, and he seems to be like somebody that the UFC has been using to test these up-and-comers. He looked so good last time. The guy he fought last time, I forget his name, but it's similar age. And now you're seeing Jake Matthews, who's a lot younger, who's really, really solid, has a 3-2 striking differential, 1.5 takedowns per fight. And I think he's able to pressure Neil, get it to the ground, and use his youth to get the job done here.
Okay, I agree. What's your thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, I honestly think this one's going to go to decision. So this is going to be in the parlay we'll talk about later, over 2.5 rounds. But yeah, I think it's just going to be both of these guys kind of extend the fights with their grappling, clinch work, and everything. So I don't think it's going to be an overly exciting fight at all, but I think Matthews edges it out in the end.
Okay, so doesn't look good for our boy Neil Magny. What's your thoughts on this one, Agan?
I mean, Magny could get it done. You know, he's got a 7-inch reach, I believe. So
I was like, where are you going with this?
It's all about the reach.
Right.
How much reach you got?
But, yeah, I think Matthews is going to get it done. I don't think Magny's going to be able to hold him down if he gets a hold of him. So Matthews on a good win streak. And Magny, I mean, you know, there's been a lot of times where, you know, we thought he was going to lose, and he pulled through a lot of these fights. So this is going to be interesting.
It will be interesting, and I will be tuned in, but I agree with Taylor. The UFC is using Neil Magny as a gatekeeper of sorts, which he is a great gatekeeper. I mean, if you can beat Neil Magny, that shows you're ready for that next level. I am in agreement with all of you guys. Unfortunately, he does go down in this one. But moving right along, we have Jack Jenkins taking on Ramon Tavares. In this one, Jack Jenkins can be had for minus 278 and Tavares a plus 225. What's your thoughts, Taylor?
Yeah, I got Jack on this one.
Okay.
Jenkins.
I got Jenkins also.
Okay, so we're going to go Jenkins all the way across the board, and he will be my parlay pick just simply because Ramon Tavares. Who is Ramon Tavares?
Yeah.
I tried to find him on the UFC website. He's had 2 fights, a 0% takedown. The takedown attempts. Well, he has never even really attempted a takedown. Somebody who has no ability to beat Jack Jenkins. I don't really see him beating him in the stand-up. He's not going to attempt a takedown, which is the path to victory. So, and that's why he's my pick. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is kind of just a filler for Jack Jenkins to have a fight at his home country and kind of shine. And yeah, the same thing. I could not find anything on this Ramon guy from the stats I saw. It wasn't very good. What'd you say? He absorbs like 7-something strikes per minute or something like that.
7.41 strikes per minute. Wow.
Yeah, so do the math, 5-minute round, 3 rounds. That's a lot of punches to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jack makes a good home showing and wins in front of a home crowd.
Okay, Ryan, what you think?
Yeah, Jenkins is a way better striker than Ramon, and like with that stat we just put, that's not going to fare well for him at all. So, and I think with him moving up to featherweight, I just go Jenkins. I think Tavares has done nothing to prove like anyone should bet on him for this.
I agree. What's Egan? What you think?
I mean, Tavares hasn't fought in a year, so I'm not sure if he's going to be ready. I think Jenkins is ready. It's his home country, there's going to be a lot of energy. So he'll get it done.
Yeah, I always like to bet on the hometown people just simply because of the judges' reactions. A jab that might, not be overly damaging, but, snaps the head back a little bit. Crowd's going to go crazy. That has to play into the judges' minds. And Ramon Tavares attempting 0 takedowns ever. That's wild. That's a wild stat. 0% takedown. As our local grappling expert, when somebody poses no threat of a takedown, how does that change a fight?
Then you can unload knees, kicks. You can do whatever you want at that point if you're not worried about them shooting in.
Yeah, so there will be no worry for Jack Jenkins. He gets it done, and that will be my pick for the parlay. So be sure to not go anywhere because we're going to have a plus 1,400 parlay. We got one cooked up for you guys. That is going to pay for dinner. But moving right along, we're talking about some real fights now. Jimmy Crute versus Ivan Erslan. Taylor, who you like in this one?
Yeah, I like Jimmy Crute in this one.
The Crute, okay.
Crute.
I got Crute also.
Oh,
I thought about
the only reason you're here is to pick against us.
I thought about picking Ivan, but I think Crute's going to get it done, so.
Okay, I actually don't like either of these guys, so I'm not really sure who to pick. Taylor, what's your thoughts?
So the pick is definitely Jimmy Crute, but I really like the plus 250 bet on Jimmy to win by submission. He's coming off a submission win in his last fight in July. He's a solid wrestler, and he's going to use this wrestling to an advantage here because Ivan he's knockout or bust, right? He's 0-2 in the UFC. He's a powerful striker. He has good movement, but he's super forward. As we've seen with people that have been super aggressive and forward lately, they're getting finished. What I think happens is he comes in, he's super aggressive, Jimmy gets a takedown, and he should be fairly easy to submit at that point. So I like that, and that plus money on there, plus 250s, looks real good.
All right, you're deep in your bag. Pulling that one out. What's your thoughts, Ryan?
No, I like that bet. I really do because Crute, his wrestling, like you said, is amazing. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is amazing. And yeah, Erslan has lost his last 2 fights, so I don't know. Crute, like I'm following you on that bet, so you owe me if you lose.
Wing bet. Egan, what you thought?
Well, I think because Ivan, he's under a lot of pressure, since he's lost a couple of fights. So if he's trying to attack, trying to move too fast and not being patient, Crute, he can catch him pretty quick early in the round. So, with this fight, you got to be really patient. I mean, it's going to be an interesting fight also, but I think Crute is going to use a lot of leg kicks and, eat those legs up and get the win.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit stuck on Crute's output. He's not really putting a lot of offense out there. He's not throwing a lot of strikes out there. And when one of the judging metrics is activity, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. For somebody who is fighting in their hometown, I think that gives him a little bit of an advantage. But still, odds minus 180. I don't know. I don't feel great about it. But Ivan Erslan coming off back-to-back losses. I mean, if this guy doesn't get it done, he's probably out of the UFC.
Yeah.
Does that add a little bit of worry to you guys that this guy is like literally fighting for his job?
I feel like it's we said that about a couple people, and I feel like it backfired. But.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I don't think that changes his style at all because he is literally a knockout or bust fighter. He's always super forward. He always fights like that. That I think he wants to obviously make a good showing, beat this guy in his home country, and make an impression to get that extra contract. But I don't think it changes the way he fights.
Yeah, and I don't think that adds any more skill to his fighting abilities. He is on back-to-back losses, so his only path to victory is knockout, and he has lost 2 fights, so he hasn't even got the knockouts. So that should tell you something about this particular fighter. Forget it. I'm making a pick. Give me Jimmy Crute getting the job done, just because Ivan Erslan is so terrible. But going right along to the main event, and I know this one is going to be interesting. I'm going to be tuned in for it. It's going to be starting late, 10:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, but I will be tuned in. We have Carlos Ulberg taking on Dominic Reyes.
Man, this is a close fight, but I got Carlos in this one.
Okay.
Oof, man, yeah, this is gonna be. Oh man, this is so tough. I can see going either way. I'm going Oberg. I'll go Carlos.
Okay. Agan, I know you got something good for me. Tell me what it is.
I got Reyes.
I love it. I love it. I'm not going to say anything right now, but Taylor, how come you got Ulberg?
So Reyes' story, though, for a start there, is amazing, right? Like, some people falsely claim that he beat John Jones, right?
Which
we both
didn't.
know that wasn't true.
I just looked it up on UFC's website, and
it says John
lost.
Jones win. Yep.
Yeah.
And so after that, though, he suffered 3 knockouts and then came back and knocked 3 people out in the next 3 fights. So the turnaround that he's had in his career has been great. Carlos, though, man, he's a world-class kickboxer. He has the longest win streak in the division. He has a 7-4 striking differential, and he's from City Kickboxing. So again, this is going to be a hometown fight. My only concern with this one, and that's why I'm definitely not betting on it. The pick is Carlos, but I'm not going to place a bet on it because what concerns me is Carlos's last fight against Jan. Man, that could have gone either way. And
Against old man Jan.
yeah. I mean, Jan's a beast, but still,
But he's old.
He is old, and so that concerns me a little bit. And it's his first ever main event title fight, or card being built kind of around him. And we saw, I forget who it was, but we just saw somebody buckle under all that pressure.
I agree. The line has really moved. Earlier in the week, it was closer to 150, 160. Now it's minus 250. All that movement in that direction. Ryan, what's your thoughts? Where will you be betting?
Man, this is so tough because, like you said, Reyes has just been on a tear, 3-0. He's been there. He's beat the GOAT, so he...
Which is false. I want to correct that. I just checked the UFC website. It still says John Jones.
But those 3 knockouts that you said were brutal. His chin, that's the one thing I question here. Because otherwise, I would probably pick Reyes, but Carlos has just been on that tear and he's got that power. I don't trust Reyes's chin at all anymore. So I got to go Carlos, but yeah, like I said, this I can't see it going either way. I can't see Reyes doing it because the Fighting Nerds, like we said, they should have won. They were first time in the spotlight and just didn't work out for them.
No, they really failed us and our parlay
Rest
bet.
in peace, the Fighting Nerds, man.
Yes.
Still sad about that.
And our parlay, that was the last one. And I made that pick, so I feel especially terrible. Agan, you're the only man talking sense right now. How come Reyes gets it done?
I mean, I think Reyes he knows he needs to be patient. He's got to get through the first couple of rounds because Ulberg, he's powerful, and he's got a lot of power in the first few rounds. So he's just got to be able to get through those rounds and keep the distance, But Reyes, he's fought a lot of legends, So this is a hard one too, So I think Reyes is going to win. Like Taylor said, he's got a great story. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, I love the plus money at 205 on Reyes. Like I said, this line should be a lot closer. For me, it's Reyes just based on value.
Yeah.
I think this line should be minus 140, minus 150, but minus 250 for Ulberg. He's never been in championship rounds. If Reyes can weather that early storm, I think he can take him into deep waters, and who knows what happens. And just based on that, that is the value pick. We don't have a lot of time, but answer this question for me. Is it possible for somebody to get their chin back? I know someone can lose their chin. Is it possible for someone to get their chin back?
No.
No way.
No.
You got to hit him with that parlay.
Yep.
You got to hit him with the rest of that parlay picks.
All right. Here we go. So I picked the over 2.5 rounds for Jake Matthews and Neil Magny. Dominic Reyes a plus 200, and
That pick was by Egan.
And the over 2.5 was minus 155. This is bet 365. We got Colby Thickness.
Let's go thickness.
Plus 125, and then we have Jack Jenkins minus 275. This equals 1,414 plus. So we put 35 to win 530.
All right, that's going to pay some bills. Be sure to not go anywhere because we have UFC fighting news. Get your parlay pick in early because you don't want to miss this. This one is going to smack. I promise you that. We'll see you soon.